Kevin Faulkner is now conducting his daily coronavirus briefing. It is underway. Let's listen in.
Who is San Diego Gas and Electric president, as well as Nate Fairman, who is the IBEW Local Union 465 business manager. Today I'd like to provide a few updates. First, on how we're providing reliable power to San Diego even during this pandemic. Second, we're going to talk about the Thunderbirds salute to California, which is coming up to our California first responders later this week. And lastly, highlighting San Diegans that continue to step up. But topic number one, which is the work that really what San Diegans are doing to keep the lights on. Some San Diegans, of course, are starting to go back to work. Many are still working from home. But no matter where you are, we need reliable energy. And so today we want San Diegans to know that as parts of San Diegans begin to open and reopen safely, electrical grid operators are working around the clock to ensure our region receives reliable power. When you flip a light switch, the lights still come on, even during this crisis, of course. And that's really only possible thanks to San Diego Gas and Electric, all of its employees, and of course the members of IBEW Local 465. We've talked a lot in these briefings about essential workers lately: nurses and doctors, grocery workers, in-home care workers, city employees that are out there picking up trash, providing us water, keeping our city safe. Well, SDG&E grid operators do just that as well. They power, of course, the activities that keep us safe: life-saving machinery in hospitals, police and fire stations, equipment and biotechnology labs working on therapeutics and vaccines for COVID-19. San Diego, as we've talked about, is really leading in this area. So I wanted to take a moment today to highlight and to thank SDG&E and its employees. San Diego was the first region on the West Coast to enact a COVID-19 grid operation plan for its employees. And it really accomplished two things: grid stability, so workers are on site to quickly address any issues. Employee safety, workers are separated into teams for 14 days, reducing risk of outside infection. I want to particularly thank all the members of IBEW Local 465 because they represent 2,700 local utility workers, and their grid operators are top-notch. Each has years of specialized training and knowledge, and of course they manage the brain of our region's electrical grid. Since this pandemic started, they have lived and worked on site, completely separate from their colleagues, working 12-hour shifts away from home for a week at a time. They sacrifice a lot, of course, to keep San Diego powered. They are spending time away from their loved ones, missing family dinners, of course, missing birthdays, but they're putting our San Diego family ahead of their own. So I'd like to thank them and thank all of our grid operators and their families for the measures that they are taking that allow all of us to stay healthy, and for their efforts to ensure that San Diego, our region, continues to keep powered. So now I'd like to invite up Scott Drury, as I mentioned, as president of SDG&E, to say a few words about the actions of SDG&E and all of the great teamwork that we've seen in this region. Scott?
Thank you, Mayor Faulkner, and really appreciative of your strong leadership in really challenging circumstances. And also want to take a minute to thank and give a nod to the extraordinary employees of the City of San Diego who are doing great work to keep our city functioning and safe and protected during these challenging circumstances. I am enormously thankful and proud to be a San Diegan today. And I'm also enormously thankful and proud of the 4,000 extraordinary men and women at San Diego Gas and Electric who are really going to some extraordinary lengths, as you alluded to keep the lights on. And whether that's keeping the lights on for people to do remote work or homeschool or critical energy needs for people that are doing that life-saving work that you talked about, Mayor, to the people that are innovating around therapeutics and machines that are going to help us recover from COVID-19. Those people are working around the clock, and our team is working around the clock as well to make sure that we provide this region with the clean, safe, and reliable energy that it has come to expect from us and that we will continue to deliver. And I also want to give an acknowledgement and a nod to Nate Fairman, who you'll hear from in just a minute, on the great work that IBEW 465 is doing under his leadership. I would say that at San Diego Gas and Electric, we think of ourselves much more broadly than just the electrons and the gas molecules that we deliver to you. Our people are members of this community. We have long-standing relationships in serving people. We take our role really, really seriously in terms of being part of the fabric of San Diego. And that's why you've seen us show up with community support and philanthropy that's around COVID-19, not just in our shareholder-funded contributions, but also the contributions that our individual employees have made. And it's because they care about this region and they want to support it. For customers that need support in these challenging times, we have a portfolio of programs and offerings that I would encourage you to go to sdge.com to explore. We have people and resources standing by to help you. And I guess I would close with this. We have been privileged to serve this region and be a partner of the City of San Diego for more than 140 years. And we have worked with IBEW for that period of time as well. And we have together, quite literally, led the industry and in many ways the country in terms of energy innovation and leadership. And I'm quite confident with our continued partnership, collaboration, and resolve that we will continue to move San Diego through the challenges of COVID-19, including those around energy. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you for those words. Next, as we just mentioned, we're going to have Nate Fairman, who represents thousands of utility workers of IBEW, Local 465, who have been working 24/7 in some very unique circumstances to help make sure that we are powered through this crisis. Nate, thank you for all that you are doing and everybody at the local.
Thank you, Mayor, for the time today and for your leadership again, helping us all through this crisis. Again, like the Mayor said, my name is Nate Fairman, and I am proud to represent 2,700 utility workers at San Diego Gas and Electric, Imperial Irrigation District, Metropolitan Transit System, Davey Tree, and Utility Tree Service, who have been going to extreme measures to keep the lights on during this pandemic. Our IBEW members, our essential workers, are the invisible first responders who continue to go to work every day in highly stressful environments to deliver natural gas, power, water, and reliable transit to our communities. Our hospitals, grocery stores, food packaging facilities, and our residents sheltering at home depend on reliable electricity and natural gas to get by. And it's our members who take pride in providing those essential services, and the work they continue to do in the face of such adversity is remarkable. Like the Mayor said and Scott alluded to, some of our members are actually living at work to keep the power flowing. A group of highly trained electric system operators at SDG&E and IID have volunteered to live at work for 14 days as part of a plan to provide reliable electricity to our region during this pandemic. We were proud to partner with SDG&E, only the second utility in the nation at the time to proactively sequester critical employees to ensure operations and infrastructure were supported during pandemic conditions. We negotiated shelter-in-place agreements at critical facilities where beds, food, water, and other supplies were made available to the sequestered workers. And like the Mayor alluded to, this was no easy task for our members, who many of which have young children and families, but volunteered to sequester to help protect the grid, which is so critical to the communities. I would like to say thank you. Thank you to our utility workers. Thank you to our gas service technicians at SDG&E. And thank you to all of our members for keeping the essential services going for our communities. At IBEW 465, our members have also been volunteering every Saturday at the emergency food distribution at Qualcomm. Thank you to all of our volunteers. Our members truly are leaders in the workplace and leaders in the communities that we call home. Thank you.
Very well said, Nate. That's a phenomenal example of dedication, doing things differently, and really stepping up during this crisis, 14 days at a time at work. Thank you for SDG&E. Topic number 2 today the Thunderbird salute to California COVID-19 responders. I think many of you have probably already heard by now, but the U.S. Air Force Demonstration Squadron, the Thunderbirds, is going to honor frontline COVID-19 responders and essential workers by conducting formation flights over San Diego and Los Angeles this coming Friday at May 15th. San Diegans are going to be able to see the flyover from the safety of their own home. A detailed route is going to be released tomorrow, prior to the flyover, obviously, coming up. And as we honor our first responders and those on the front lines, I think it's important that remember when they fly over, please stay at home. View it from the comfort and safety of your home. Residents should refrain from traveling or gathering to watch the flyover. Maintain physical distancing, and of course, if you're outside of your place, as we always talk about, cover your face. Flyovers in San Diego are going to start at noon, and they'll last approximately 15 minutes. So if you're able to see the flyover, I'm encouraging everyone to take pictures, use it on social media, the following hashtags, hashtag America Strong and hashtag Thunderbirds. Let's show all of our support for our first responders and essential workers on the front line. Thank you, U.S. Air Force. Thank you to Thunderbirds. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Topic number 3, finally, our continued efforts to highlight San Diegans who are stepping up. We continue to see countless essential employees that are stepping up. And among the many outreach efforts of the San Diego Police Department is the Multicultural Community Relations Office. And this office acts really as a bridge for multilingual residents and officers to serve San Diegans in our very diverse communities, where Officer Nguyen has worked for almost 3 decades. As a former Vietnamese refugee, he knows the challenges facing newcomers. Officer Nguyen knew that he needed to step up and help this community as they struggled through this aggressive virus and the economic impacts that have followed. He led with a project, the San Diego Pan-Pacific Law Enforcement Association and the Multicultural Community Office, to donate hundreds of pounds of food to his community: rice, eggs, canned goods, water. In fact, Officer Nguyen is retiring next Tuesday with a drive-by send-off at the Multicultural Community Relations Office. So thank you to Officer Nguyen for your leadership and decades of service to the city of San Diego. So if you want to stop by and share thanks to Officer Nguyen at the drive-by, it's going to be 11 a.m. next Tuesday. I would just say essential workers like Officer Nguyen, the folks at SDG&E, IBEW Local 465, they deserve all of the thanks that we can give them. So if you see a San Diegan stepping up, please share it with hashtag San Diego Steps Up. Before I wrap up, always want to remind folks, washing your hands with warm soap and water for at least 20 seconds. Keep practicing physical distancing. That is what is allowing us to flatten the curve throughout the county of San Diego. And if you leave your place, you must cover your face. We will not give up the gains that we have made as a city and as a region. So let's continue, all of us, to do our part. San Diegans are really, you all are doing a phenomenal job. Let's continue to be that model that we've been for the rest of the state. And with that, I'm happy to take any questions from members of the news media.
And today's question comes from Robert Nikolowski with the Union Tribune.
Hello, Rob. I don't know if we can hear Rob. We'll wait a second, or maybe you can read it. I'm not sure if he said it in. It's all right. That's part of what we all are doing, muting and unmuting these days. It's the world. Be happy to answer that question offline. I don't know if we had another question. I believe we do not. Thank you again to SDG&E, our frontline workers out on our grid. Thank you for keeping the lights and the power on for all of us to remain safe and healthy. And with that, I will look forward to tomorrow's update. Thank you.